Hello, welcome to Zen Farm. So today I would like to share with you some mistakes that maize farmers usually do. So maize farming actually is a very profitable business if you know how to do it, but there are mistakes that farmers usually do that reduces their harvest and their level of production. So today I want to share with you some few mistakes that if you avoid, you are guaranteed that you will increase on your harvest and your maize production. So here are a number of some of the mistakes are: number one, choosing the wrong variety of maize. So we just get some farmers, they choose a maize variety just because a fellow farmer used it and got good harvest, and they usually go for it. So this is actually a mistake. You should choose a variety that is favorable according to the type of soil you have in your farm, also to the type of climate, because there are other maize varieties that do well in highlands and other maize variety that does well in drylands. So you should be able to choose the variety very well. And if you don't know the variety of your area, you should always ask for a person that knows about it, and you go and ask. So asking doesn't mean you are a fool. No, it means you are very careful in what you want to produce. So choose the right variety. The second thing, or the second mistake that farmers usually do, is the wrong timing. You'll get some farmers, they plant early. They have heard that in October it usually rains. So even October has not reached, you will just see these farmers already starting plowing their lands. Preparing land early, this is very good and recommendable, but planting too early, that is, you are not sure if the rain will continue, and you are not sure if the rain will come, but you just plant your seeds. So this is very wrong, because because the seeds will not germinate very well. This is because due to lack of soil moisture. When I talk about soil moisture, this it intends about the rainfall. If you have irrigation, then that's well with you. But if you are not practicing irrigation system, you don't have irrigation system on your farm, you're just relying on rain-fed irrigation, you are relying on rain-fed farming. So currently, don't plant your maize too early, and also don't plant your maize too late. When I talk about too late, is when you have seen just your fellow farmers have planted, their seeds have already germinated, and let's say maybe their maize are at knee height or more than that. You start just getting a chance, probability. You are just using your probability. Maybe I can get harvest. Maybe let me just try. No, this is very wrong. Just Carro advises farmers to plant during that is within the 2 weeks after the onset of rains. During the 2 weeks, this is very recommended. So this is a mistake that farmers usually do. Another mistake that farmers usually do, it is planting at incorrect spacing. You usually see just farmers just planting anyhowly without knowing the correct space for maize. So the correct space for maize that Carol recommends is a 75 by 25 centimeter. This is for the people in the highlands. When I talk about the highlands, you really know those are the areas where they produce the coffee, the tea. So in the highlands, 75 by 25 is very recommendable. When you come to the medium areas, with the medium areas, it is recommended 75 by 30 centimeter, and also in the lowland areas, dryland areas, it's recommended 90 by 30 centimeter. So you should this was devised after due to different agroecological zones. So as we know, we have different agroecological zones. So according to the different agroecological zones, that's why this spacing is very important and it matters. So if you plant your maize seeds too close, not too close or too far. If you plant them too close, they will compete for things like water, nutrients, and also sunlight. When you plant them too far, you will be able to see that your maize plants will you will be not utilizing your farm efficiently. So this will be like you are wasting, you are just joking in the farm. So this is another mistake that I have said: incorrect spacing. So the first mistake I said, it's planting the wrong variety. Second mistake I have said is incorrect spacing. Another mistake is you'll be able to see that most farmers, they ignore weeds on their farms. They ignore weeds on their farms. This is wrong. This is very, very wrong. Actually, usually a weed is any plant that grows where it is not wanted. Even if you have not, you had not planned to do a mixed cropping, and you just be moving or walking around your farm and you see something that has grown, let's say it's blackjack or any other weed, so that's a weed. You should remove it early. You should just check the methods. There are chemical methods that you can use to remove to harbor the weeds, and also there are herbicidal methods. There are also mechanical methods. So it depends with the method that you will use. That's okay, and depends with the size of your farm. So ignoring weeds, they will compete with your maize and will not get good harvest. You will not get good harvest. So when more farmers, they just usually visit their farms during just harvesting and planting. They don't reconsider about the weeds. That's why they usually get low yields. So another mistake that farmers usually do is in ignoring on soil fertility and water management. As you know, actually maize, it requires some amount of moisture in the soil so that it can germinate well and so that it can get to grow. So water is a necessity. Like us humans, our body is made up of, science says, more than 80% or 90% that is fluid, water. So let's usually not ignore soil water management and also soil fertility. You should be able to know the type of soil you have. Is it fertile or is it non-fertile? So most people usually ignore this, most farmers. So there's also another mistake that farmers usually ignore, and this is pests and diseases. You see just farmers coming and planting very well, very joyfully. You plant your hectares, several hectares, just plant them, and then you leave them. You don't even come and check, or you just come, you weed, you remove the weeds, but you don't look for any signs of pests and diseases. So there's so many pests that attack as attack maize, especially the stalk borers. There are also fall armyworm. There are also many diseases. Maize lethal necrosis disease that's an attack that's formed on a maize. So if you there's also leaf chlorosis. So if you don't know, you don't come and check at the leaves, at the stems, are there any poorly growing stems, so that you can uproot them still early, and maybe you can uproot and then you just plant again, and you transplant. You can transplant if you have seedlings, or you can plant again. So this is called gapping. Yeah, it's called gapping. You feel what you have removed. This is called gapping. So if you don't consider pests and diseases as a farmer, maize farmer, just prepare for some loss. So another thing that a farmer usually ignore is so another mistake that farmers is applying fertilizer blindly. Applying fertilizer blindly. If you apply the wrong amount of fertilizer or the wrong quantity of fertilizer, this amount, if you also apply a wrong fertilizer, and if also apply a fertilizer at a wrong time, just know you are wasting your money. This is because a fertilizer is an investment. It should be able to increase your production, that is, increase the growth, and faster the growth and increase the growth of the plant, and also increase the yields of the plant. This is because you are increasing the nutrients. You are increasing the nutrients in the soil, and this soil, this is the food for the maize. As we know, sisi tunakula, we are eating. So the same as the plants, also they feed, and they feed on nutrients. So if you apply just fertilizer anyhowly, just know you are wasting your time, you are wasting your money, and you are wasting your resources and your investment. Thank you. If you have really liked our lesson today, so it was on those mistakes, kindly avoid them. Don't just ignore. If you're a small scale farmer or a large scale farmer, kindly consider what I have talked about just now. Please, and please, those mistakes, avoid them if you want to maximize. And also I want to put one thing clear, is that if you just follow all this doesn't guarantee that it will increase your production, but just usually it entails that you know what you are doing. You know what you are doing, and will get good results. Thank you. If you have liked our video, kindly subscribe, press on the bell icon, like, and leave a comment below so that I can be able to reply on your questions. So actually, you may be asking who I am. I am Abubakar Faraji, and I have done agricultural resource management, and I'm creating this video so that I can be able to educate farmers. I'm not doing these videos or tutorials just anyhowly. I'm doing them so that I can advise farmers and they can know what they want to do. So kindly share this video to the next farmer so that in the coming season you can actually maximize on production. Thank you.